For the past year, CNES, the French Space Agency, has been proud to serve as a CEOS chair, a position last held by CNES in 1997. Over the past year, CEOS has accomplished a great deal of work on the coordination of national EO satellite observation programs, promoting free and open data principles and helping society make the most of the unique data provided by EO satellites. Various CEOS activities have been put into action to respond to the most pressing global issues, most recently to the Paris Climate Agreement, the Sendai Framework for Disaster Risk Reduction, and the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development. The CNES CEOS Chair team for 2022, under the banner of Path to Sustainability, from strategy to practical measures, proposed to build on these solid foundations by increases emphasis on the evolution of research and development and demonstration activities into real applications and services.
The concept of recovery observatories plays a key role in this work. Recovery observatories are established in the immediate aftermath of a disaster to facilitate access to satellite-based Earth observations for post-disaster needs assessment, for recovery planning and monitoring. In March 2022, a subgroup was formed to address the sustainability of recovery observatories, and the project was cited in the UN Space Agenda for 2030. We have been continuing to develop the strong and visible links with the Group on Earth Observations Working Group on Disaster Risk Reduction, with the Recovery Observatory integrated as a case study in the GEO Risk Toolkit, and others coming like landslides.
Fully in line with the CEOS chair priority and in the context of the Recovery Observatory, the Working Group on Capacity Building and Data Democracy, WCAPD, has joined forces with the Working Group Disasters to engage decision makers in 3 regions, first Latin America, then Africa and Southeast Asia, within the 2022-2023 timeframe. Originated in WCAPD, EOTech DevNet, the Earth Observation Training, Education and Capacity Development Network, is a network of networks that fosters coordination on capacity building and increases user uptake and excellence. In 2022, EOTech DevNet created 4 communities of practice, working on products such as an online tool tracking Earth observation related resources for floods.
The global Stocktake is a fundamental component of the Paris Agreement, being used to monitor its implementation and evaluate the collective progress made in achieving the agreed goals. The first global Stocktake will take place in 2023. Following the CEOS Biomass Calval Protocol, a major contribution to this global Stocktake is the GeoTrees initiative, aiming at deploying an international network of 100 reference sites with high-quality biomass measurements worldwide. The Space Climate Observatory is used to engage with countries for adaptation and mitigation support and is part of the wider EO global community as a geo-participating organization. This international collaboration will provide operational tools at a local scale to answer specific needs suited for specific geographical areas. CNES, in partnership with the UK Space Agency and the German Space Agency, is ensuring future planning of dedicated greenhouse gases missions such as Merlin and the Microcab.
Over the past year, the CEOS chair has stressed the need for the definition of a common network of calibration and validation sites in order to harmonize the data of the future thermal infrared instruments dedicated to the land surface temperature monitoring from space. This task has been delegated to the Working Group Calval of CEOS, and it is jointly conducted by the infrared and visible optical sensors and land product validation subgroups.
The CEOS Calval portal was set up as the main forum for sharing Calval information within the WGCV, the Working Group Calval, and with the Calval user community. The WGCV is working on increasing the visibility of the portal to help increase the overall impact of satellite Earth observation data.
ESA is serving as the Strategic Implementation Team Chair from 2022 to 2023. Recognizing the rapidly changing EO landscape, ESA has fostered a discussion around the new geometries in the Earth observation and space sector and encouraged the CEOS to consider how best to position itself.
The key to maximizing the use of data from the new space industry relies on a good understanding of the data's characteristics. This is where CEOS can help. Through their legacy experience, infrastructure and tools, WGCV and Calval are critical value added from CEOS to the new space sector.
The CEOS has been exploring the collaboration with IMEO, the International Methane Emissions Observatory. By providing near real-time, reliable and granular data, IMEO will catalyze the strategic mitigation actions that are urgently needed to achieve the Paris Agreement goals.
In September 2022, CEOS hosted a joint workshop with the GCOS Terrestrial Observation Panel for Climate, TOPSI, to advance the CEOS roadmap for agriculture, forestry, and other land use. The goal of the AFLI roadmap is to provide a framework for identifying remote sensing information on activity data and emission factors, and guides their integration to support the global stocktake of the Paris Agreement.
The CEOS was thrilled to host the first in-person major CEOS meeting in over 2.5 years, the SEED Technical Workshop at ESA S3 in September 2022. It was great to hear about all the work CEOS is undertaking, and we look forward to hosting SEED 38 in March next year.
As we conclude 1 year as CEOS Chair, we very much would like to thank all CEOS members for their support during this year. We welcome the Thai Space Agency, GISTA, into the role and look forward to their leadership over the coming year.